The Dutch Empire was one of the most powerful empires in the world during the 17th and 18th centuries. It was a maritime empire that dominated trade and commerce in the world, and it had a significant impact on the global economy and politics. The history of the Dutch Empire is a fascinating story of exploration, trade, and colonization. The Dutch Empire began in the late 16th century when the Dutch Republic gained independence from Spain. The Dutch Republic was a small country, but it had a powerful navy and a strong trading tradition. The Dutch Republic quickly became a major player in the European economy, and it began to expand its trade networks around the world. In the early 17th century, the Dutch East India Company was founded. This company was given a monopoly on Dutch trade with Asia, and it quickly became one of the most powerful companies in the world. The Dutch East India Company established trading posts and colonies in India, Indonesia, and other parts of Asia. The company also played a significant role in the colonization of South Africa. The Dutch West India Company was also founded in the early 17th century. This company was given a monopoly on Dutch trade with the Americas and West Africa. The Dutch West India Company established colonies in North and South America, including New Amsterdam, which later became New York City. The Dutch Empire was not just a commercial empire. It was also a cultural and scientific empire. The Dutch were leaders in art, science, and philosophy during the 17th century. The Dutch Golden Age was a time of great creativity and innovation in the arts and sciences. The Dutch Empire began to decline in the late 18th century. The British Empire had become the dominant power in the world, and the Dutch Empire could not compete with the British navy and economy. The Dutch Empire was officially dissolved in 1795, but its legacy lives on in the cultures and economies of the countries it once ruled. Despite its decline in the late 18th century, the Dutch Empire had a lasting impact in the world. One of the most significant legacies of the Dutch Empire was its influence on global trade and commerce. The Dutch were pioneers in international trade, and they developed many of the systems and institutions that still govern global trade today. The Dutch Empire also had a significant impact on the cultures and societies of the countries it colonized. In Indonesia, for example, the Dutch introduced new technologies and agricultural practices that transformed the economy and society. The Dutch also left a lasting imprint on the architecture and urban planning of many of the cities they founded. The Dutch Empire was also a significant player in the slave trade. The Dutch West India Company was involved in the transatlantic slave trade, and the Dutch were responsible for the enslavement of thousands of Africans. The legacy of slavery is still felt in many of the countries that were once part of the Dutch Empire. Despite its flaws and shortcomings, the Dutch Empire was a remarkable achievement. It was a small country that managed to build a global empire through trade, exploration, and colonization. The Dutch Empire was a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the possibilities of global cooperation. The Dutch Empire was not without its challenges and conflicts. One of the most significant challenges the Dutch faced was competition from other European powers. The British, French, and Spanish empires all competed with the Dutch for control of trade routes and colonies around the world. The Dutch also faced challenges from within their own society. The Dutch Republic was a relatively liberal and tolerant society, but it was not without its divisions and conflicts. Religious and political tensions sometimes boiled over into violence, and the Dutch Republic was not immune to the political upheavals that swept through Europe during the 17th and 18th centuries. The Dutch Empire also faced challenges from the societies it colonized. The Dutch were not always welcomed by the indigenous peoples of the lands they colonized, and they sometimes faced resistance and rebellion. The Dutch also had to contend with the effects of disease and environmental challenges in many of the places they colonized. Despite these challenges, the Dutch Empire was a remarkable achievement. It was a global power that left a lasting impact on the world. The Dutch Empire was a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the possibilities of global cooperation.